welcome to the Best Of. On the Best, focus on the best in the areas of business, entertainment, sports, and the community. And I am really overjoyed, overwhelmed. I'm pretty excited about today's show. Quite honestly, we've got some real powerhouses that are going to be with us today. And they are none other than Mr. Coach Marcus Blandingburg. Coach Blandingburg is the new head coach for Oak Haven High School in the Memphis, Tennessee area. And he is joined by Mr. Larry Coley. Mr. Coley is just an incredible man and just has an awesome task at hand. He is the Memphis area director for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He's also a member of the Collierville First Baptist Church. That was a mouthful, guys, and I'm sure that you all have an awful lot to share with us today. So first of all, welcome you both to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Mr. Coley, thank you very much. And Coach,
yes, sir. Pleasure.
Welcome to the area. We understand you're the new guy in the city, so we're pretty excited about that. We're just going to go ahead and kind of get started here. You're nearest to me, so we're going to start with you, Mr. Coley. Tell us some things about you.
Well, I grew up in Memphis and Shelby County area. I actually grew up in Whitehaven and lived here since I was just a little kid. And graduated from Christian Brothers University here in Memphis, and with an accounting background. And I was in the corporate world and was a corporate vice president, and God started dealing with me a little over 10 years ago to do something else in my life, and that transitioned into being the area director for FCA.
Wow. And we were talking a little bit earlier before the show, and I was saying it just has to be an incredible experience. I can only imagine you going to sleep every night with a smile on your face, thinking about how great the role is that you play.
It is rewarding to be able to have an impact on the lives of athletes and coaches throughout Memphis and Shelby County. And,
yeah.
Sometimes I lay my head down and I'm exhausted too, because it's a big job.
Yeah, and sleep comes easy. Well, you know, I know that you mentioned how much you help the coaches and the players, and you know, it really gives just an incredible ripple effect, because what happens after that is you impact the children, and then you impact the families, and the families impact the communities, and it just goes on and on and on. So thank you very much for serving. Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Thank you. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
And I'm sure that for the folks that have had anything to do with you that are seeing the show, they're probably saying thank you. So we really appreciate all that you do.
Appreciate it.
All righty. Now this young man to your right, I had the pleasure, obviously, of meeting both of you at an FCA camp at Collierville First Baptist in Collierville, Tennessee, and having an opportunity to meet this gentleman with a very distinguishable name, Coach Blandingburg.
Yes,
welcome to the area. Tell us some things about you, Coach.
Well, I'm from a town, LaGrange, Georgia. It's like 45 minutes south of Atlanta. I graduated from LaGrange High School in '97, and I left there on a full ride scholarship to Jacksonville State University, where I received my bachelor in recreation leadership and a minor in PE. And so that would move me from after my college career in football. I went into GA. I started coaching. I've been coaching ever since, and that what got me to Memphis right now.
Wow.
Right now.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. You know, I coached college football for 7 years, and it's a blessing to bring that experience to the city of Memphis in an area where kids need that, you know, to build their character.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Well, you've talked about things, just saying that one word, character. We were talking just earlier about that term and how important that is for our young people. So we want to welcome you to the city of Memphis. And with me having lived in Atlanta, the one thing that I will tell you is you'll find that you don't have to worry about the traffic like you do there. One of the opportunities, and we use this this word interchangeably, opportunities for, I mean, we really can just call it what it is, problems, and that is the challenge that we have in some instances with our young people.
Yes, sir.
Having enough leadership and having the right people responsible for their lives. So thank you very much. Apparently you've done it at college level. What was it that made you come back to a high school level and come to Memphis specifically?
Just just understanding the way I came up with the coaches that coached me in high school. They was very influential in my life, and I think that's needed, especially in the inner city area.
Right.
And that what made me come back to the high school level. Because just like I say, these kids, they need us.
Yeah.
And I always talk about character. I care less about winning football games.
Yes.
I want these kids to be great fathers one day.
Right.
Get us an academic scholarship.
Right.
And just knowing football comes second.
Yes.
And so, once you build that character and that discipline, the winning will come.
Yeah.
It'll come.
Well, we're going to talk and ask some more questions of you as we continue with the show. But if you were talking to me and I were a representative of the community, what would you say that you'd want me to do? How could I help you at Oak Haven? What is it that I could do to help you?
I'd say that's a great question. Oak Haven is a school where not a lot of money is there. We go out and we do a lot of car washing, little stuff like that to raise money. And what I would say is, we just need more support. If we can find more people to give to Oak Haven, donations, that'll be great. You can just, talk to the human resources, and so the kids can have more.
Right.
It's a lot of stuff at the school that the kids need that we just don't have. Just no money.
Yeah.
When we can get more people involved, and just so they, just show support, that'll be awesome.
Great,
That'll
great.
be awesome.
Well, thinking in terms of and speaking in terms of people, giving, helping, let's talk about FCA and how FCA ties to the schools and to the churches. I mean, there's that triangle
Right.
that is just a really powerful triangle. So how do people get involved with FCA?
Well, we partner with churches and we utilize volunteers. Most of our volunteers obviously are church members and coming out of churches, and so we point volunteers. We get with them, find out what their level of interest is, a particular sport, a particular school, and then we try to channel them to where they can make the most impact. If they're interested, let's say, in football at an inner city school, then we could possibly point them to an Oak Haven. Oak Haven, we've got some volunteers there, but you can always use more and so forth. So, and he spoke about character, and really that's what we refer to our volunteers as, character coaches.
Absolutely.
Because they're not there to do X's and O's and to necessarily win games, but they're there to help instill character and godly values in these young men and women that we're dealing with.
Right. Well, we had a theme of all in during the FCA event that I participated in at Collierville First Baptist, and I want to thank you, and I want to thank Bob, who's going to be on with us a little bit later, and you, Coach, for even allowing me to participate. What I do want to do is to use this time as an opportunity to educate, but to get people engaged. So I'll ask you, Mr. Coley, to be to think, and we want to give the number to get in contact with you, and then Coach, the same for you.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to make sure that everybody has my number as always, so we could see about getting some people engaged. So if someone wants to get in contact with you to get started, to volunteer, we need volunteers, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
We need volunteers. So how can they reach you?
Our office number is 901-683-3399. Our website is memphisfca.org, and they can get all of our contact information from our website. And my email's on the website and everything, and they can just shoot me an email, give me a call. We'd love to get them plugged in. And it's, we love football and coaches like Coach Blandingburg, but we also are impacting young ladies as well. So we need volunteers, male and female, and there's plenty of of girls sports starting this time of year as well.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, that's just not for football, it's for every sport. I mean, so I've looked at the website and see that you just go down the list of all the sports. So that piece is important. And I know that one of the young ladies that my wife and I have had an opportunity to meet and talk with, Ms. Alicia Easley, we've chatted with her, and we are working with a young lady, who's been on the show, who's an athlete, a professional athlete. You know, we would like for her sometime to be able to speak to some of you young ladies. So we're looking forward to making that happen.
Yeah, Alicia's on our staff now. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That is an awesome. And she's an incredible young lady. All right, Coach, we need to get in contact with you. So how can we do it?
You can reach us at 901-416-2300.
Okay. And also, we will be able to get in contact with you on email, and I'm going to give my number too. It's 901-870-7492. I can also be reached by website, or by email rather, at ricksinternational@msn.com. We also invite everybody to go to our Facebook pages, because I know that you guys have one.
Right.
Don't know if Oak Haven has one or not, but if not, then before this is all over, hopefully we can get one for you guys. But you can go on Facebook, Ricky Tucker Coach Ricks, and feel free to like us, because make sure to connect everybody out there with FCA and with Oak Haven, because there's some folks that we know that will see the show that may not even be living in Memphis, but that could still contribute, and they still have a heart for you. Yes, so, okay, well, let's talk about, tell us about some successes, because I want to hold back. I don't want to be the one to tell the good news, but tell us about some things that you've done already, and just some of your vision for the team.
Well, we done already. I like to say we got a great coaching staff.
Who are some of your coaches, as a matter of fact?
We had Coach Singleton.
Yeah.
We had Coach Gray, Coach Roy, Coach Thorne, Coach Bailey coming aboard. Actually Sergeant Bailey. So we've been blessed to have a bunch of men to help with our young guys.
Great.
But I'm gonna keep stating the same thing. The most improvement I done seen just these guys' character. I done had teachers just come to me and like, these guys like they just seem different.
Right.
They seem different, and you know, we hold them accountable now. You know, in the past they weren't always held accountable, so we hold them accountable and put a lot of decisions on them as well. But you know, the guys, like, you know, they working hard. Working, when I say hard, they work